Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Back at it again with another video for y'all. And here I am, back at it again with some more pro wrestling content. Yeah, since a lot of y'all, because I'm pretty sure like a lot of those of you that are new to my pro wrestling takes channel, you probably wonder who are my top five favorite pro wrestlers of all time. And I'm gonna give you a list because to those of y'all that subscribe to my main channel, like where I talk about music and I do motivational videos and I do song and album reviews, you already know about my top five favorite rappers of all time, but I'm gonna break down my top five favorite pro wrestlers of all time. So, yes, my top five favorite pro wrestlers of all time: Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, John Cena, Samoa Joe, and Willie Mack. So, yeah, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is a big dude. Roman Reigns is built. Roman Reigns is a powerhouse. I remember the rivalry between CM Punk versus The Shield. CM Punk was like in that rivalry, like against the Shield all by himself. Like it's like he had to take on all three of them by himself, and it was like a part of their rivalry. It was like a part of the storyline. And I remember like CM Punk going up against a powerhouse like Roman Reigns, but CM Punk, I mean, as his character best in the world, CM Punk, he had like a back and forth rivalry against the Shield, but Roman Reigns, out of the Shield, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns was like the powerhouse. He was the one that could give like the most trouble out of the other two wrestlers of the Shield. But yeah, Roman Reigns is just a monster. Roman Reigns, the rivalry between him and Brock Lesnar for the WWE Universal Championship, that's one of the greatest pro wrestling rivalries of all time. There were times where Brock Lesnar defeated Roman Reigns. There were times where Roman Reigns defeated Brock Lesnar. They had a back and forth rivalry. But the rivalry with John Cena and Roman Reigns, like, I know from the get-go, Roman Reigns is better than John Cena. John Cena, he can't beat Roman Reigns. Like, I remember in a match one time, John Cena, he had Roman Reigns in an STFU lock, and Roman Reigns was able to break the hold with his strength. Like, Roman Reigns is like a real deal powerhouse, but against Braun Strowman was like the one to stop Roman Reigns. But Roman Reigns, he defeated The Undertaker, he defeated Brock Lesnar, John Cena, and right now he's in a rivalry against Jacob Fatu. But yeah, Roman Reigns, he's definitely one of the best. Like, Roman Reigns is definitely a top tier superstar in the WWE. Number two, AJ Styles. Yeah, AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. AJ Styles is phenomenal. I remember seeing AJ Styles wrestle in the TNA. I remember seeing the rivalry between him and Kurt Angle. Like, AJ Styles, he's better than Kurt Angle, and just like in the WWE, the rivalry between AJ Styles and John Cena, that was like another back and forth rivalry. There were times where John Cena defeated AJ Styles, and there was times where AJ Styles defeated John Cena. But if you ask me, AJ Styles is better than John Cena too. Like, AJ Styles, he's like one of the best to ever do it. AJ Styles is definitely a phenom. Because seeing his matches in the TNA, in the WWE, like, AJ Styles is definitely like one of the best. But that's the thing, like, I think before AJ Styles went to the WWE, I think he wrestled in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I think that's where him and Shinsuke Nakamura actually had their rivalry. But yeah, AJ Styles, he's definitely a phenom. Number three, John Cena. John Cena, like, I've been a fan of John Cena ever since I was a kid. Like, John Cena used to inspire me with his t-shirts, hustle, loyalty, and respect. Yeah, like I actually made a diss track aimed at John Cena titled I Lost a Little Respect for You because when John Cena showed up on stage at the Oscars holding that posters, I could tell he looked embarrassed. John Cena is one of those actors that's controlled by Hollywood, but yeah, that's why I did that diss track titled I Lost a Little Respect for You. Yeah, John Cena, I'm ready to rap battle John Cena anytime, any day. Like John Cena, I'm not that fan that he had rap battled that called him out. Like I'm a different breed. I made a whole diss track aimed at John Cena, and I'm still waiting for John Cena to respond. But yeah, John Cena as a pro wrestler, he's definitely one of the best. John Cena has some amazing strength. He defeated the Big Show. He had nice rivalries against Randy Orton, against Batista, against Bobby Lashley. I remember when him and Bobby Lashley had their rivalry at the Great American Bash when Bobby Lashley went up against John Cena for the WWE Championship, and John Cena was able to retain the WWE Championship against Bobby Lashley. I remember when John Cena went up against Edge, like he had a triple threat match at WrestleMania against Edge and the Big Show, and he was able to do the attitude adjustment on both superstars. And yeah, John Cena and Edge, they had a rivalry from before. Like Edge, he cashed in his money in the bank and and he had speared John Cena and he was able to beat John Cena for the WWE Championship. But John Cena had went up against Edge again and he was able to win the championship back. John Cena also had a rivalry against Umaga, and R.I.P. Umaga, may God rest his soul. Like, the rivalry between John Cena versus Umaga, that's another great rivalry. That's one of the greatest rivalries. Like, Umaga, John Cena. I think John Cena was one of the superstars that ended Umaga's undefeated streak, but yeah, like Umaga's character was like a scary character. They called him the Samoan bulldozer. But yeah, John Cena is definitely like one of the goats as a WWE superstar. But yeah, Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe, I remember watching Samoa Joe on TNA. I mean, when Samoa Joe wrestled in the TNA, Samoa Joe was actually my favorite wrestler. I remember back in elementary school, all the kids at school, they liked AJ Styles, but I liked AJ Styles too, but I feel like Samoa Joe was better. Samoa Joe is like definitely one of the greatest pro wrestlers ever. Samoa Joe, I remember in the WWE on Monday Night Raw, the match between Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns. That's one of the greatest pro wrestling matches that I've seen ever in my life. Like, yeah, like Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe on that episode of Monday Night Raw, that was definitely like a back and forth match. Like Samoa Joe, he gave Roman Reigns a lot of trouble, and Roman Reigns gave Samoa Joe a lot of trouble. Like, it would have been pretty cool if Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe actually had a rivalry. Like, they're both pro wrestlers that are Samoan. Like, Samoa Joe, and just like the rivalry between Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle in the TNA, when Samoa Joe was doing promo and he was saying that if TNA, if not TNA, but if Kurt Angle beat him, he was saying that he was gonna retire from pro wrestling, and Samoa Joe, he ended up defeating Kurt Angle for the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember all of that. Like Samoa Joe is definitely one of the best to ever do it in pro wrestling during his time in the WWE, during his time in the TNA. And Samoa Joe also wrestled in the Ring of Honor too, but yeah, Samoa Joe, like he became the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, and I think he was a part of the tag team with MVP called the Beatdown Clan, along with Kenny King. Like Samoa Joe is definitely like a goat when it comes to pro wrestling. And yeah, number 5, Willie Mack. Yes, Willie Mack. I remember seeing Willie Mack wrestle on Lucha Underground. Willie Mack, a lot of people compare him to Junkyard Dog because of his physique and with him having a beard. But Willie Mack, the stuff that he does as a professional wrestler, as a big dude, Willie Mack does a lot of stuff as a big dude that a lot of big dudes can't really do as a pro wrestler. Willie Mack is fast. Willie Mack is quick. Willie Mack has like some fast moves. Willie Mack is definitely one of the nicest in professional wrestling. Willie Mack, he became the X Division champion when he wrestled in the TNA, and I remember I remember he had a rivalry against Johnny Mundo in Lucha Underground, and he also became a champion when he wrestled in the National Wrestling Alliance, the NWA. Like, yeah, Willie Mack is definitely one of the greatest. Willie Mack is definitely a professional wrestler that definitely puts on a a great show for the fans. But those are my top five pro wrestlers of all time. Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, John Cena, Samoa Joe, and Willie Mack. Those are my top five. But yeah, my fellow wrestling fans, let's chat. Who's your top five pro wrestlers of all time? Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel, comment, share, like the video. Love y'all.